The next portion of the program is the presentation of cadets and their escorts. These senior cadets have been in the program for 3 or 4 years and have worked very hard to achieve their present rank. The first couple is from Burke High School, Cadet Sergeant First Class Jordan Anderson and her escort, Private Angel Ventura. From Bryan High School, Cadet Major Josh Chip and his escort from Bryan High School, Cadet Captain Brittany Seaman. From Burke High School, Cadet First Lieutenant Tiffany Anderson being escorted by her mother, Mrs. Joanne Anderson. From Central High School, Cadet First Lieutenant C.J. Bergner and his escort, Miss Mia Slaughter. From North High School, Cadet Captain Don Hubble and his escort, Miss Carrie Griffith. From Burke High School, Cadet Staff Sergeant Carrie Brodhagen and her escort from Burke High School, Cadet Sergeant Eric Neville. From Northwest High School, Cadet Sergeant First Class Natalie Rios being escorted by her mother, Miss Layla Martinez. From South High School, Cadet Major Samuel Adams and his escort from South High School, Cadet Staff Sergeant Deanna Gonzalez. From Burke High School, Cadet Sergeant Michaela Buck being escorted by her mother, Miss Carrie Tinley. From Bryan High School, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Joe Vickers and his escort, Miss Bridget Bannock. From Central High School, Cadet First Lieutenant Nancy Gayton and her escort, Mr. Antone Green. From Northwest High School, Cadet Staff Sergeant Andrew Hunt being escorted by his mother, Mrs. Lori Hunt. From Burke High School, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Joshua Echtenaw and his escort, Miss Nina Colton. From South High School, Cadet Captain Paul Etheridge and his escort from South High School, Cadet Corporal Laurel Benderino. From Central High School, Cadet Major Kevin Gibbs and his escort, Miss Alexandria Hodge. From Burke High School, Cadet First Lieutenant Elliot Kipling and his escort, Miss Laura Behrens. From North High School, Cadet Captain Corinne Bruner and her escort from North High School, Cadet Staff Sergeant John Erickson. From Northwest High School, Cadet Captain Samantha Miller being escorted by her father, Mr. Marty Miller, and her stepfather, Mr. Terry Frampton. From Burke High School, Cadet Staff Sergeant Paige Knight and her escort, Mr. Corey Landon. From Central High School, Cadet Staff Sergeant Derek Hurd and his escort, Miss Tina Caniglia. From Northwest High School, Cadet Major Stephanie Myris and her escort from Northwest High School, Cadet Sergeant Deontay Williams. From South High School, Cadet First Lieutenant Vincent Camerata and his escort from South High School, Cadet Master Sergeant An Tron. From Burke High School, Cadet Corporal Emily Levasseur and her escort from Burke High School, Cadet Corporal Rhiannon Dillon. From Bryan High School, Cadet Lieutenant Jillian Dixon and her escort, Mr. Melbert Johnson. From Central High School, Cadet First Lieutenant Carlos Kilgore and his escort, Miss Tanya Green. From North High School, Cadet Captain Amy Gaddy and her escort, Mr. Michael Karbowski. From Northwest High School, Cadet Captain Chris Howell and his escort, Miss Courtney Carey. From Burke High School, Cadet Sergeant Cody Malmberg and his escort, Miss Amanda Frampton. From Central High School, Cadet Captain James Palmer and his escort, Miss Emmy Hatobi. From Northwest High School, Cadet Captain Tony Crawford and his escort, Miss Stephanie Poole. From South High School, Cadet Captain Alejandro Cruz and his escort from South High School, Cadet Staff Sergeant Lauren Brown. From Central High School, Cadet Sergeant First Class Raja Phillip and her escort, Mr. Jacob Lindsay. From Northwest High School, Cadet Sergeant Anthony Wader and his escort from Northwest High School, Cadet Corporal Christina Gencarelli. From South High School, Cadet First Lieutenant Danielle Ray and her escort from South High School, Cadet Master Sergeant Jacob Brown. From Burke High School, Cadet Sergeant First Class Sarah Schwenecker and her mother, Miss Susan Steinauer. From Central High School, Cadet Sergeant Major Alex Brew and his escort from Central High School, Cadet First Sergeant Aaliyah Armendariz. From Northwest High School, Cadet Master Sergeant Tristan Solomon and his escort, Miss Isabel Squires. From South High School, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Joseph Guardado and his escort, Miss Ashley Lawson. From Burke High School, Legion of Valor Award winner, First Lieutenant Judy Balderabito and her escort, Mr. Michael Snedeker.